What do you want from me? Why you keep following me?
I don't know, I'm backing up a little bit.
I don't...
What the fuck?
Oh,
what the
fuck?
fuck?
Yo,
Go!
Yo, go!
From a hunter pursued by an unknown creature in the stillness of night to a chilling encounter with a witch crawling backward along a deserted road, these are stories often dismissed as folklore or rumor. Yet tonight, we bring these accounts out of the shadows and into the light as we uncover the truth behind some of the most unsettling encounters ever caught on camera that no one can explain. Seryoga the Hunter, a horrifying night on the hunt. In the remote wilderness of Siberia, a lone hunter sets out on what he believes will be a routine expedition. Despite warnings from fellow hunters who call the area very bad and refuse to step foot there, he presses on, driven by curiosity and confidence in his skills. But as night falls and the forest grows silent, something begins to stir in the darkness. What happens next will leave even the bravest hunters questioning what truly roams these frozen woods. Sergey, a Russian vlogger and seasoned hunter, makes his final preparations before venturing into the vast Siberian wilderness. As night falls, he steps into the depths of the forest, unaware of the unseen danger waiting beyond the veil of darkness.
Варятся в кастрюле, в хвое. Пихтовую хвою лапник рубишь, бросаешь, варишь там. И их бросаешь в этот бульон, чтобы они пропахли пихтой. И даешь им там остыть. Они остывают, пихтовый запах закрепляется, потом обкладываешь веточками, заматываешь.
Then night came. It was totally dark with barely anything on sight. It was only Sergey and the light coming from his flashlight illuminating the darkness. It was pure nightmare fuel, a test not only of courage and determination, but of sanity itself. The atmosphere grew heavier with each passing moment as Sergey couldn't shake the haunting feeling of being watched, of unseen eyes tracking his every move. Still, he pressed onward, treading carefully through the pitch-black forest. Each step was deliberate, his focus unwavering. Though his true objective remained unclear, Sergey's curiosity and confidence pushed him deeper into the unknown.
Пошли. Ох, блядь, чуть не упал. О, блядь. Тихо, братан.
But something felt off. Sergey suddenly halted, his instincts on edge, and began to scan the darkness around him. Faint, unfamiliar sounds echoed from the distance, indistinct and unsettling, leaving him unable to discern what or who might be out there.
Опять нахуй. О-о-о-о. Ты чё, блядь?
He listened intently, straining to identify the sound. It was eerie, something between a cry and a laugh, and Sergey couldn't tell which. Whatever it was, the noise was growing closer with each passing second. What happened next would leave even the bravest viewers stunned. Sergei fired several shots into the darkness, the gunfire echoing through the silent forest. Whatever was stalking him fled at the sound, disappearing into the void of night. The footage he captured remains one of the most raw and chilling pieces of alleged paranormal evidence ever uploaded to YouTube. But it leaves one haunting question behind. Are these merely fabricated tales meant to frighten us? Or could something far more sinister truly be out there? The next footage is about the brief appearance of a humanoid figure. As quickly as it had emerged, it immediately vanished into hiding, not wanting to be seen. Bigfoot jumps from tree and runs for cover. This footage was originally uploaded by a woman operating a customized skid loader, clearing trees and branches along an undisclosed forest road. While casually recording on Snapchat, she unintentionally captured a fleeting moment. A large, fast-moving figure resembling Bigfoot darting from the open area into hiding. It happened so quickly that she didn't even notice it at the time.
She didn't even notice it.
Another user in Snapchat saw this video and slowed the video down for her, and this time you could just see how fast it was running.
Heck, does something leap down from a tree at breakneck speed and not break both legs or other body parts when it hits the ground? This creature, Bigfoot if you will, or maybe an escaped
being in the woods. This footage was uploaded on January 3rd, 2012 by a YouTube user named Superbox123. According to the uploader, they had set up a trail camera and returned a few days later to check the footage. What was discovered was deeply unsettling. Upon close inspection, the video appeared to show a strange humanoid figure holding what looked like a lantern. The humanoid figure appeared to move from left to right, pacing slowly back and forth before coming to a brief stop. The two deer seemed to notice its presence, their attention fixed on the direction where the strange entity had been moving. After that, the footage continues to record for a couple more seconds before coming to an abrupt end. The mysterious figure with the lantern did not appear anymore, but what do you think it could have been? Could it be some sort of new mysterious entity? Perimeter alarm triggered while on trail. Judy Woods has long been known for its strange lights, whispers, and unexplained movements that have terrified visitors for years. But YouTuber Grizzly Gaz decides to face the legends head-on, camping alone in the forest. What starts as a simple adventure quickly turns into a chilling encounter with the unknown. The video opens with Gaz searching for a place to set up camp for the night deep within the woods. Darkness surrounded him, and visibility was nearly zero, but with the help of his headlamp, navigating the forest became a bit more bearable.
See if we can find some UFOs. Oh, this flasher. Mate, my hand's getting cold holding you out. Didn't bring any gloves around because it's supposed to be summer. Now I say summer for northern England, where I am in West Yorkshire.
Only a few meters ahead, the faint glow of Gaz's headlamp revealed nothing but trees, an empty, desolate stretch of forest swallowed by darkness. Something about the place felt off, unsettling in a way he couldn't quite explain. Still, he pressed on, searching for a spot to settle down for the night. After finding a spot to set camp for the night and scanning the area, Gaz with his dog decided it was time to hit the hay and rest.
Let me get in. I need to take my shoes off and that, and then If what happens during night, I'll let you know. And if not, I'll see you in the morning.
Gaz suddenly woke up to the sound of his perimeter alarm going off. He could hear movement outside his tent, breaking the silence of the night. Staying alert, he listened closely, trying to figure out what was out there.
Dude, that's just lit up. Number 2. Fuck.
After his alarm went off, Gaz couldn't get back to sleep. He decided to stay awake for the rest of the night, keeping watch with his dog by his side. Thankfully, they made it through the night safely. Encounter in deep forest. This footage shows a man visibly startled as he records an unknown creature in the middle of nowhere. The being appears disfigured and emits strange clicking noises, its presence both disturbing and unexplained.
What do you want from me? Why you keep following me?
The man can be heard repeatedly asking, "Why are you following me?" and "What do you want from me?" It's presumed that the creature may have been stalking him for some time. Keeping his distance, he continued to film, but the entity slowly advanced toward him. Its clicking sounds growing louder with every step. Netizens in the comment section speculated that the figure could have been Kayako, a supernatural entity from Japanese folklore. Others disagreed, offering their own theories, but one thing remained certain: it's never a good idea to wander alone into the forest in the middle of the night. Bigfoot encounter. We've all heard tales of terrifying creatures and ancient entities said to have roamed the earth long before humankind, beings not all known for their good intentions. This next video, reportedly sourced from the dark web and later uploaded to TikTok, shows a man filming his friend perched high on a tree branch. It's unclear how he got there, but it seems they were desperately trying to get him to come down.
Lo está manejando, lo está manejando.
His movements were strange, almost unnatural, and he seemed completely unfazed by his friend's attempts to communicate with him. That's when they realized something wasn't right. One of them began to pray, while the other kept the camera rolling, capturing every unsettling moment. When he finally reached the ground, their hearts sank. It wasn't their friend Munra. Whatever stood before them moved in a distorted, unnatural way, as if something else was controlling it.
Este no es Munra. Este no es Misael. Lisa. Este no es Lisa.
Unknown. Strange figure. Caught. A group of friends ventured into the forest in the middle of the night, their purpose unclear. At one point, one of them appeared to be speaking to someone, or something, hidden in the darkness. Unbeknownst to him, a pale white figure was slowly creeping up from behind. By the time his friends noticed, it was already too late. They immediately bolted toward him, desperate to save their friend, but to this day, it remains unknown whether they ever truly managed to bring him back, or if he was lost to whatever was lurking in the darkness. cryptid creature on road. The video begins with two friends driving down a narrow road, cutting through the middle of the woods late at night. The only light comes from their headlights, piercing through the darkness as they talk casually to each other.
It's scary, man.
We got on this road, right? It's called Burke Road.
Road.
Yeah, our friends told us about it.
It's like gate, man. Holy crap. Oh my god. Oh,
yeah, there's a facility down there, so it's supposed to be abandoned, but I don't know.
Lights.
Yeah, there's also a field here. It's a gate.
It's a field open space, I think.
I don't know. No. It's gated off. It's like there's like fencing and shit. You see that?
Yeah. I see it.
And there's like barbed wire.
I was not expecting this place to be this creepy.
Bro, look at the fucking.
Suddenly, their conversation came to an abrupt stop when they spotted an odd figure sitting in the middle of the road. Startled, they immediately slowed down, trying to assess the situation and make sense of what they were seeing.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck, dude? Are you seeing that?
Yeah, bro. What?
Fuck. I'm fucking out, dude. Oh my god.
Is it? Wait, no, yo, he might need help. That looks like a guy.
I think it's a person?
Yeah. He looks at.
Alright.
Hey, are you?
Confused, one of them rolls down the window, calling out to it several times. But the figure doesn't move, doesn't speak. It just sits there, completely still.
Check it out.
No, don't get fucking out. Don't get out. You insane?
He might need help.
Oh, dude, I'm fucking shocked.
Hey, are you okay?
You alright?
The two exchange nervous glances, unsure of what they're looking at. Suddenly, the figure stands up. For a brief second, it's frozen under the glare of their headlights. Then it begins sprinting toward the car at full speed.
Up a little bit.
What the fuck? Panic sets in. The driver slams the accelerator and the camera shakes as they speed away into the night, their frightened voices filling the car.
Fuck! Go! Go!
Alone in haunted forest and spirit box. The video begins with a YouTuber venturing deep into the forest at night, armed with only a flashlight and a spirit box. He explains to his viewers that he's there to communicate with whatever may be lingering in the area. The first few minutes go smoothly, just the sounds of crickets and the crunch of leaves beneath his feet. Nothing unusual seems to happen.
Hey, Creepy Outdoors here. Tonight I'm going to be doing another ghost walk with the spirit box. So hopefully we catch something tonight, and hopefully it won't be too scary.
But as the video progresses, the spirit box suddenly begins to emit faint static and intermittent noises. Curious, he starts asking simple questions. Is anyone here with me? Can you hear me?
Mosquitoes. Hello? Can you give me a sign that there's someone here, please? You can speak through this box.
To his surprise, faint voices can be heard through the static, soft, fragmented replies that seem to respond directly to his questions. Each new response grows clearer and more unsettling, as if something unseen is slowly drawing closer, eager to make contact.
Are you a spirit? What are you? No, you're not.
Paul Freeman, famous Bigfoot encounter. In the remote woods of Washington state, a seasoned outdoorsman named Paul Freeman ventures deep into the wilderness, an area long rumored to be home to something extraordinary. For years, whispers of strange creatures and unexplained tracks have surrounded this region. But on one fateful day in the early 1990s, Freeman would capture something that would both shock and divide the world of cryptozoology for decades to come. The footage, later uploaded on July 4th, 2021, begins quietly. The camera points down, capturing Freeman's boots crunching through layers of dry leaves and pine needles. His breathing is steady and deliberate. Then he stops. Somewhere ahead, a faint rustling echoes through the trees. Freeman lifts the camera, his voice low, muttering that he's heard something moving in the brush.
Can't see much up through here. I hear the brush popping and stuff.
For a moment, all is still. Only the distant hum of wind weaving through the forest can be heard. Then movement. Between the trees, a large dark figure emerges, walking upright across the clearing. It's massive, broad-shouldered and covered in hair. Freeman steadies his camera, zooming in just long enough to capture what many believe to be the legendary Bigfoot.
Oh, there he goes. Jesus.
The figure turns briefly as if aware of being watched before disappearing once more into the thicket. Freeman calls out, trying to spot where it went. The camera shakes slightly as he advances toward the location, stepping over fallen logs and dense brush. But when he reaches the clearing, there's nothing. No sound, no movement, only the faint echo of his own footsteps.
Get up here where I can see him real quick. Get up here. Get a better picture.
He scans the area carefully, panning across the tree line. It's gone, he mutters, his voice heavy with disbelief. What he had just witnessed would later become one of the most debated clips in Bigfoot history. Grainy, mysterious, and hauntingly real to those who believe. Whether it was a hoax, a case of mistaken identity, or genuine proof of an undiscovered species remains uncertain. Yet, decades later, Paul Freeman's encounter continues to stir fascination among skeptics and believers alike. The shaky footage, brief as it is, endures as a chilling reminder that some legends refuse to fade into myth. The next footage takes us to Hoya Baciu, a forest steeped in legend and fear. Twisted trees and dense fog create an eerie stillness, as if the forest itself is watching. With only a flashlight, a YouTuber ventures into the shadows, seeking the strange and unexplained that have haunted this place for decades. Overnight in the world's most haunted forest, Hoya Baciu, they started to prepare the things they would need for setting up camp that night. Their planning was thorough and rigid. There was no room for failure.
I don't know why.
Okay, yeah, we can move. Let's move.
I don't know. We can't stay. I mean, I can ignore.
No. That's how you feel. That's how I feel. I mean, I'm not attached to staying here.
We're going to have to ignore even stronger feelings if we want to be able to sleep tonight, or to stay the night here.
After a long day of hiking, they finally settled their camping gear, arranging everything carefully while the forest around them was swallowed by complete darkness. The silence was thick, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves, making the night feel heavier, almost alive.
Everyone's gone. Oh, and here it is. Here is the clearing. Okay, we've decided we're gonna set the tent up through that bush probably, right? Where we were before. Okay, so we're gonna situate ourselves maybe right here, no?
Yeah, around here.
This is a nice little empty spot. Oh, you want to go? Oh, you want to go in?
Around here seems like a nice place.
Let's do it.
No, dude, I'm so scared. I don't think I heard like.
Don't say stuff like that, man.
You know, like footsteps. You know, when somebody does this thing on a branch.
Like they step on a branch?
Yeah, but it was probably
Then, just as they set up a camera, Arya's friend began recording. At first, it seemed ordinary, capturing only the dark forest around them. But suddenly, the camera started picking up something else. Something moving faintly in the shadows, just beyond the reach of the flashlight.
You know, because it auto detects faces and tracks them. I'm gonna film it on my phone so you guys can see it. The face detector is apparently detecting faces. You can probably see the box around my face.
Yeah, there's, it's following your eye.
Oh, it's following my eye, and so I guess.
But wait, maybe if I just move it there and then take it right back. I filmed it following something in the darkness.
So you're saying the box went that direction?
Right above your hand in the film. Yeah, there.
Chills ran down their spines. The camera had captured something in the darkness that they could no longer ignore. Whatever it was real, and the uneasy feeling that had been creeping in all night suddenly became undeniable.
A box there.
Yeah, it's detecting something in the dark. Oh, it follows your hand now.
Oh, I think it's just tracking my hand.
No, it was before your hand. I filmed it following something in the darkness.
So you're saying the box went that direction?
I filmed it following something in the darkness.
So you're saying the box went that direction? Now it's not tracking anything, right?
No, it's not.
That girl in the woods, while holed up in his camper high in a mountain range in France trying to fix a broken fridge, he encountered a strange girl in the surrounding forest. After researching an old trick that required no money, he decided to give it a try. However, during the filming of the video and the following evening, unsettling occurrences began to unfold in the nearby woods. YouTube creator Project Amber was busy fixing his fridge inside his camper, parked deep in the woods. At first, the video began like any typical YouTube upload.
Right, amongst a few things today, my fridge has stopped working. I ain't got a clue what's gone wrong with it. If I plug it into the mains, it just gets warm. If I plug it into the gas, it gets really warm. This is the third time it's happened now. All my cheese and everything's hot. Lovely. Yeah. Orange juice, hot. Milk, warm. 2 potato omelets.
After some time, he decided to take the fridge outside, hoping he could work on it more efficiently in the open air. But according to him, he noticed something deep within the forest that day, something in the distance that left him feeling uneasy for a month. He would later describe the encounter as deeply unsettling, even traumatic.
Freaked out now. A minute ago I could hear like really loud moaning, like just booming across the mountains. So I've come down to where I could hear it. I got to this old well and it stopped. I mean, that thing's wild freaky. It's like something out of The Ring. But just as soon as I got here, just from over there's no track or anything, it's just wood. This girl appeared, dressed like kind of like a monk, no shoes, and no hair. So I said bonjour and that, and she responded. Asked if she was okay, but she...
According to him, he saw a girl standing in the distance, dressed in what appeared to be monk-like clothing. The sight immediately raised his suspicions, as there were hardly any signs of life in the remote area where he was staying. Later in the video, he included a brief clip showing the mysterious figure moving across an open field, slowly passing before disappearing into the forest beyond. The YouTuber was terrified. According to him, his dog Lance kept looking over the direction the girl was last seen. Normally, his dog would run up to new people, excited to meet them. But this time, Lance didn't. He just kept staring and staring. They wasted no more time and left that haunted area for good. Most terrifying camping experience I've had. This video captures the YouTuber's most terrifying solo camping experience. As branches cracked and heavy thuds echoed in the dark, the footage unfolds in real time, enough to make anyone reconsider venturing into the woods alone. The video begins with him setting up his campsite at night. Though everything seems ordinary, there's an uneasy stillness in the air, as if something unseen is watching from the shadows.
Yeah, it's looking good. I kind of like how it's open out that way too.
He explained that earlier in the evening he had heard unusual sounds in the distance, thuds and faint movements among the trees. At first he dismissed them, unaware of what was yet to come.
That way, cannot see a thing. And I don't think I was recording earlier, but something made a heavy sound over there. Could have just been some old rotted logs settling. But up that way, a couple miles, there is a camp, but I don't think anybody's hiking this way back down. Anywho, I've heard that the red lamp keeps the bugs away.
The next footage shows him slowly scanning the dark forest with his flashlight. Though he never clearly saw a figure, he described hearing heavy thuds and catching a glimpse of two glowing eyes staring back at him from the distance. He wasn't able to capture it on camera, but that moment alone was enough to convince him it was time to leave.
I hear some noise, and I thought that my keys have hit the chair a certain way. And as I'm thinking about it, I'm about to go about my business, then I hear behind me where the creek is, about only 50 feet, I hear a couple more loud crunches. And that's when I stand up and I just shine the forest. Of course the noise has stopped, and I'm guessing whoever it was, it found a good spot to lay low. I didn't see any eyes glowing back, didn't see any movement, other than I did see a bat. But definitely that is not what made the loud noises. In all this, I probably shined the light on the forest for a good 3 to 4 solid minutes. Nothing. And I said, okay, and I'm thinking I'll go back to just doing what I'm doing. But this is the second occurrence. Probably about a half an hour before that, I heard it up the hill. This time it's down.
Solo camp. Something is in those woods. During one of his overnight stays in the woods, the YouTuber began to suspect that something in the area might be possessed. In the early hours, chilling screams echoed through the trees, sparking fear and confusion. He described the place as unlike any other he had ever camped in, with each passing hour adding to an unsettling list of strange encounters. The YouTuber, Welcome to the Woods UK, was seen examining the ground after something caught his attention. It appeared to be a set of footprints. According to him, the prints looked fresh, and whatever had made them might still be somewhere close by.
Found some really bizarre tracks today. This boot print doesn't match my boot print. It does look fairly old, but it is very strange and it's quite big. So it's definitely a man or someone that wears a very, very big shoe. I'll just spin you around to show you it. Look at that. That's massive. My BK2 next to it. It's just slightly larger than my BK2. Oh, I want to trip myself out. That looks like a toe as well.
It soon became clear to Woods that he wasn't alone in the forest. Still, he continued with his journey, uncovering even more strange and unsettling events as he moved deeper into the wilderness. He then set up camp and made his final preparations before nightfall, ensuring everything was ready for whatever the wilderness might bring. But as darkness settled over the forest, a series of strange and unexplainable events began to unfold. Ones that would terrify even the most seasoned campers.
Pretty much spent a lot of time in all the woodlands around this area, from sort of young teenager right up to manhood now, hunting it and even running it with ferrets and stuff on the outskirts of the woodland. I've been ferreting the land for years, so that means turning up early with dogs, guns, nets, ferrets, and basically hunting that part of the woodland where we did have all the activity on one.
In the middle of the night, something suddenly woke him. It was the sound of a scream, harsh, distorted, and almost inhuman. Whatever it was, it seemed close. Startled and uneasy, Woods quickly got up and began searching for the source of the noise, his flashlight cutting through the darkness as the forest fell silent once again.
I don't know if you'll be able to hear, but sakes. 2 seconds.
But when he stepped out of his tent and looked around, there was nothing. No movement, no sound, only the cold night air. At that moment, Woods realized it was time to leave.
I'll be honest with you, I feel like going.
Before leaving the area, there was one thing Woods wanted to check: the CCTV camera he had set up earlier. As he reviewed the footage, he noticed it had captured a lot of movement throughout the night. But then, something appeared on the screen that immediately caught his attention. Something that would send shivers down anyone's spine.
In the CCTV camera in the woods about 4 or 5 weeks beforehand, there was plenty of traffic coming through there. Plenty of things that should be there: foxes, badgers, squirrels, game birds.
Then everything began to make sense. The footprints in the mud, the animal-like screams in the night, and the sound of branches snapping deep within the forest. According to Woods, it was none other than Bigfoot. The humanoid figure, estimated to stand between 6 and 7 feet tall, could be seen in the footage forcing its way through the dense trees, grabbing and breaking branches as it moved before vanishing back into the wilderness.
Up to the middle left hand side. I eventually ripped this off as some sort of bug that had come down. So let's fast forward 3 days post camp that you've just seen. Early Thursday morning at 4:12 AM, this figure comes into view. Almost looks like it's trying to pull something down from a branch above, acting in a peculiar manner. Then the camera takes a further 2 still shots of it moving further off to the left hand side of the woodland.
Scary midnight stalker, stealth, van camping gone wrong in the hills. While camping alone in his van deep in the hills, a YouTuber known for his stealth camping adventures encountered something far more unsettling than he ever expected. What began as a quiet night of peaceful solitude quickly spiraled into one of the most chilling experiences ever captured on his channel. Brandon eagerly films himself and his friend as they make their way up the hill, preparing for a stealth van camping trip, one they had no idea would change their lives forever.
And then we haven't seen another one since.
As night fell, they retreated into their vans, embracing the quiet thrill of stealth camping in the hills and the feeling of being one with nature. Brandon and his friend laughed and shared stories, unaware that something was watching them from the darkness beyond their camps.
Mate, I've got to say, that was absolutely, they were the best fajitas I've ever tasted.
Ever?
I mean that. Yeah, what did you put tomato into it?
No.
What gave it that lovely...
So basically, I used a little bit of a sprinkle of this.
Oh.
And it contains sea salt, black pepper, dried garlic, sweet paprika, dried onions, rosemary, chili, oregano, and parsley.
Then, in the middle of the night, Brandon was startled awake by the sound of footsteps outside his van. Alarmed, he quickly got up and checked on his friend to see if he had heard it too. And to his unease, his friend confirmed that he had.
Someone was just outside the van. Oh. You alright, mate?
Yeah. And there's a car. Did you have it as well?
Yeah.
Like a...
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at you, mate. There's a car pissing about up there. It must have been...
When Brandon stepped out of his van, he and his friend noticed a light in the distance that hadn't been there before, shining directly toward them and remaining perfectly still. The cheerful laughter and light-hearted conversation from earlier quickly turned into silence and tension. A deep sense of unease settled over them, and they both knew they didn't want to stay there any longer.
Problem, because he's just driving backwards and forwards. If you look, he's definitely got a light on there. He's sitting up there. Is there something up there?
That scared the living daylights out of me.
Well, I just banged my roof, I did, didn't I?
Jesus. So what are they playing at up there then?
Is that light up there?
It's just stalking us.
It's if it's sitting up there with the headlights on. I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at. Are you?
Yeah, like whether it's a vehicle or not.
As a kid, pixies and fairies were like something straight out of a dream. Tiny, magical creatures fluttering around in the stories I loved. But, of course, I grew up and realized they were just made-up tales. This clip comes from Cornwall, UK, recorded in March 2015, and it's nothing short of bizarre. It shows a tiny skeleton discovered in a falcon's nest, and trust me, it looks oddly humanoid. The skeleton's upper body has familiar features: a human-like skull, a well-formed ribcage, a spine, and even what appear to be humanoid arms. But here's where it gets weird. The lower body is completely missing. The long spine just trails off, leaving you with more questions than answers. The skeleton is only about 3 inches long, and judging by its condition, it seems ancient. The guy who uploaded the video is convinced this little skeleton belongs to a Cornish pixie, a fairy-like creature you might remember from the Harry Potter movies. I mean, I used to be all about these fictional beings, but after seeing this, let's just say I'm not so sure I'd want to bump into one in real life. In a world where the unexpected always seems to lurk just around the corner, Greece recently found itself as the stage for an extraordinary and downright bizarre spectacle. Watch yourself. This clip comes straight from the streets of Greece, where a protest was in full swing and riot control police had been called in to keep the peace. In the video, we see 2 policemen, fully geared up, standing there with looks of pure confusion plastered across their faces. And no, it's not the protesters that have them baffled. It's this thing. On the ground, right in front of them, is a strange ball-like creature. It's moving, almost like it's alive, but it has no head, no legs, no arms, nothing that resembles anything remotely human or animal. It looks like a rocky, slab-like mass, with mixed patches across its body. Honestly, it's one of the strangest things I've ever seen. Now, the skeptic in me is waving a flag, saying it's probably just a mass of crumpled papers caught in a gust of wind. But here's the thing, if it's not that, then maybe, just maybe, we're looking at something much weirder. Could it be that alien protesters are a thing now? Because if so, Greece might just hosted their first cosmic demonstration. Helping those in need is one of the most human things we can do. But sometimes, lending a hand can land you in some pretty terrifying situations. Just like what happened to this guard. This footage comes from an office's security camera, where we see a guard waiting by the elevator. But something is weird. While he's waiting, he starts making hand gestures and even seems to be talking to someone. The strange part? There's absolutely no one else in the frame. Just him. It's like he's having a full-on conversation with something completely invisible to the camera. It goes on for a few seconds until his radio goes off, and suddenly, he sprints away like he's responding to an urgent call. At first glance, it's confusing, but things take a much darker turn when the guard later reveals that he had been talking to an elderly lady who needed help with the elevator. Like in the video, there's no one with him, just empty space, but the guard swears up and down that he was helping this lady. So, was this lady some kind of ghost or spirit? Whatever it was, it's pretty chilling to think about. You never know who or what you might end up helping. Always trust your gut. It could save you from something truly terrifying. Just like this mother, who had a sudden, inexplicable urge to check on her daughter. And when they later reviewed the nanny cam footage, they were utterly horrified by what they saw.
What's this? Well aware of the outside noise, the rumors, the rumblings, the pressure. He said, listen.
In the nanny cam video, it's 11 at night, and everything looks peaceful as the baby is about to drift off to sleep in her crib. At first, nothing seems out of the ordinary, but then the camera catches something disturbing. Now, this might seem like a normal shadow or reflection, but here's the chilling part. The mother swears that she and her husband were both in their bedroom at the time, and no one else was in the house. This figure's limbs were strangely bent, and while its outline and movements seemed humanoid, something about it was just off. Since the video went viral, people have been throwing out all kinds of theories in the comments, from ghosts to glitches. One comment stood out to me though. It offered a more logical explanation. Nanny cameras are notorious for lagging, and this commenter suggested that what we're seeing might just be a delayed recording of the mother herself, captured earlier by the glitchy feed. It makes sense, but let's be real. The thought of any unexplained figure showing up in your baby's crib is enough to send chills down your spine. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Do you struggle to keep your furry friend's teeth clean? Well, this Russian dude has the ultimate tutorial, but be warned, his pets is a bit unusual. This video hails from Russia, where a mix of bravery and, well, questionable judgment led a man to record himself brushing his pet's teeth. And his pet, it's a massive bear. In the clip, you'll see the man calmly holding a glass of water to rinse the brush, while his enormous bear companion sits there, behaving like a docile baby. The man then proceeds to open the bear's mouth, without a hint of hesitation, and begins brushing those intimidatingly sharp fangs, all while the bear remains surprisingly cooperative. Despite the man's vigorous brushing, the bear stays cool and collected. It's both astonishing and surreal to watch. A bear sitting so still while its teeth are being cleaned. Whether this man is incredibly brave or a touch reckless, one thing's for sure. The Russians sure know how to make some unforgettable tutorials. Growing up, I was absolutely enchanted by the idea of mermaids. The tales of these mystical sea creatures captivated my imagination. Now this recent video just rekindled that magical wonder in me. This clip comes from a private beach where a tourist was initially focused on recording some intriguing horseshoe crabs lounging in the sand. As he panned the camera around to capture the scenic beauty of the beach, something extraordinary caught his eye. A humanoid head floating just above the water. At first, he thought it might be someone taking a leisurely swim, so he moved closer for a better look. What he discovered left him utterly stunned. What appeared before him was not just a person, but a being with a fish-like tail reminiscent of the mermaids from folklore. This humanoid figure, with its upper body shaped like a human, but adorned with a sleek aquatic tail, was gliding through the water with an ease that seemed almost otherworldly. The way this mermaid moved through the water was incredibly convincing, and the sight was nothing short of mesmerizing. It's moments like these that make you question what we thought we knew about the sea and its mysteries. Speaking of mermaids, the last video you saw displayed a breathtakingly distant and enchanting image of these mythical beings. But have you ever wondered what they'd look like up close? Spoiler alert, they're not as pretty as they seem. What on earth is that? This unsettling video, which has been circulating online, is seriously creeping out viewers. It features a truly horrifying humanoid sea creature with a human-like head and a lower body resembling a jellyfish. To make things even more unsettling, there's another variant shown. This one sporting a jellyfish-like hat on its head. The most chilling aspect of these creatures is their teeth and facial features. Those teeth are not just ferocious, they're downright menacing, and the facial features look straight out of a nightmare. These creatures seem like they've leaped right off the pages of a horror story. But here's a bit of relief. These are computer-generated imagery creations. Yes, these creepy mermaids are the result of some impressive and spine-chilling digital effects designed to give us nightmares. Kudos to the creators for crafting such a convincing scare. There's a curious theory floating around that we're all secretly controlled by reptilian beings disguised as humans. I've always been skeptical, but this video from an Egyptian museum has me reevaluating everything. This footage comes from an Egyptian museum where a tourist captured a truly unsettling sight of a mummified reptilian creature. In the video, you can see a large, monstrous mummified being on display. It features a reptilian head with fierce, massive teeth and an imposing face. But here's where it gets even stranger. The middle of its body is a bizarre blend of human and reptilian traits. It has a human-like ribcage and arms, with one human-like leg right in the middle. It's almost as if a reptile and a human had a baby, and that baby decided to bulk up on steroids. The whole thing looks like a character straight out of an alien predator movie. While I really want to believe this is just an elaborate hoax or an artist's creation, I can't help but feel a chill run down my spine. Sometimes, the most intriguing theories have a way of making you question everything you thought you knew. They say there are millions of insect species on Earth, but sometimes it feels like nature just wants to throw us a curveball. Like this little guy, for instance. This bizarre creature you're seeing was discovered by a farmer while he was working in his fields. At first glance, it looks like a grasshopper, but there's something unsettling about it. Its skeletal, almost alien appearance sets it apart. The exaggerated ribcage-like structure on its back and its eerie humanoid posture make it look like some kind of freaky hybrid between an insect and a tiny extraterrestrial being. It's like it walked straight out of a science fiction movie. Now, chances are this creepy look is due to some sort of deformity, or maybe it's just the close-up making its features seem larger than life. Either way, it gives off serious alien vibes. People who've seen this video are already labeling it as top secret alien footage. And honestly, with the way it looks, I can't really blame them. We've all heard the term creature of nightmares, but rarely do we ever get a glimpse of what one might actually look like. Until now. Yikes, that's terrifying. This footage, sent by an unknown individual, shows what looks like a peaceful park. until a monstrous spider-like creature starts creeping around. In the video, you can see this massive thing slowly crawling, with long spindly arms and weirdly shielded legs. It's got a hunched back, and its head, right in the middle, gives off some seriously eerie vibes. The creature's texture is unsettling too. It's like a mix of fur and some sort of black, tar-like substance that's hard to figure out. After moving behind a tree, it suddenly snaps its head toward the camera and starts walking straight at it, like it knows it's being watched. That moment is pure nightmare fuel. This thing, whatever it is, looks like it crawled straight out of the depths of hell. Living in the lap of luxury with all the modern conveniences, it's easy to forget that just a few hundred years ago, none of this existed. In fact, there are still tribes out there who are completely untouched by the outside world, living in a time that feels like a distant memory. This incredible footage was captured by a drone flying over the eastern Amazon rainforest, revealing signs of a hidden civilization. In the video, you can see huts made of leaves and sticks. And what's even more striking, they're completely naked, living in a way that looks frozen in time. The confusion and curiosity on their faces as they spot the drone is so telling. They've likely never seen anything like it before. The people you're watching are actually members of the Awa, one of the last uncontacted tribes on Earth. With around 350 members, they live in complete isolation, relying solely on the forest for their survival. Even though they're far removed from the modern world, their way of life is under constant threat. Outsiders are encroaching on their territory, putting them in serious danger. Fingers crossed that the government steps in to protect them. Because once these tribes are gone, we lose a living link to humanity's distant past. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. My mom is in Mexico right now, and one of our family friends said they saw La Lorna while on his pilgrimage. He sent me this. Every culture has its own set of spooky folktales, but few are as terrifying as the legend of La Llorona. And this guy just happened to capture her on video. This chilling clip comes from Mexico, uploaded by someone who said it was sent to them by a family member who claims to have seen La Llorona herself. In the video, it's dark, with only a single dim street light barely illuminating the street. But in the background, you suddenly see it. A figure in a white dress slowly appears. Then, out of nowhere, you hear that infamous, bone-chilling cry. The echo of her wail slices through the night, sending shivers down your spine. Even the street dogs freak out and start barking like crazy. The figure keeps crying in that eerie, haunting voice, and just like that, the video cuts off. That cry, it was definitely La Llorona. But who exactly is she anyway? La Llorona is a vengeful spirit from Mexican folklore, said to wander near bodies of water, mourning the children she drowned in a fit of jealous rage after discovering her husband's infidelity. According to legend, anyone who hears her cry is doomed to suffer misfortune or worse. Their life becomes a string of failures, and in some cases, they even face death. So, we've all just heard her cry now, right? Which means, well, let's just hope it's nothing more than a legend. Fingers crossed. When you're alone, that unsettling feeling of being watched sneaks up on you. Most of us shake it off, blaming it on our overactive imagination. But what if it's not just your mind playing tricks? What if there's something real?
No, es increíble, ¿eh? Le veo la cara de un nene, pero me está mirando desde hace rato. Estuve en shock.
This video, posted on TikTok, was recorded by a boy who was home alone. It starts off with him nervously panning his camera toward a glass window, saying he can make out the faint outline of a baby's face staring at him. Now, I'll admit, it's hard to see exactly what he's talking about, but there's something there. If you squint, you can make out a shape. The eerie part comes when he steps away, walking through his house to investigate. He checks the bathroom and outside of the window, hoping to find a logical explanation. Maybe a trick of the light, maybe something placed near the window. But no, there's nothing. Just empty darkness. As if that wasn't creepy enough, while he's searching outside, the window in his bathroom suddenly lights up by itself, revealing what seems to be that same baby-shaped outline. It's just staring back at him. At this point, the boy's fear is palpable. With slow, cautious steps, he heads back inside toward the bathroom. You can feel the tension building as he pushes open the door, expecting the worst. But again, nothing, no baby, no figure. Just cold, empty silence. This has to be one of the strangest things I've seen. The idea that something could be watching you, yet never revealing itself fully. That's a different level of terrifying. Being a janitor is already a tough gig. Long hours, hard work, and not much recognition. But working as a janitor in a school, haunted by a balloon ghost, now that's a whole different level of strange.
What I decide to do, it just follows me. And I got you on camera now, so let's just, see? That right there.
This video was captured by a janitor working late at night in a school, and what he experienced is seriously unsettling. As he starts filming, the janitor explains that previous workers had encountered some bizarre paranormal activity during their night shifts, so he decided to record for his own safety, just in case.
Previous janitors that have worked here have tried to tell everyone that, you know, every night something happens, some spooky shit, I don't know, paranormal or whatever you want to call it, but...
The footage shows him entering a classroom that looks like it had hosted a party, balloons and confetti scattered all over the place. But he's not focusing on the usual cleanup. His camera view zooms in on one particular red balloon floating alone in the corner. At first, it doesn't seem like much. But then, as he moves around, the balloon starts following him. And I mean following.
I got you on camera now, so let's just, see? That right there.
Like it's floating behind him as if it's being pulled by an invisible string. To prove it wasn't just coincidence, the janitor walks out of the classroom. And sure enough, the balloon drifts out right after him. It's creepy enough on its own, but things get even weirder when he's in the hallway. While recording the balloon's strange behavior, something suddenly zips by in the distance, down a corridor. Just a blur of movement. Whatever it was, it spooked him bad. I mean, this school is clearly haunted, my guy. If I were him, I'd be putting in my resignation first thing in the morning. No way am I cleaning up after haunted balloons. Nature is full of strange surprises, and our oceans, with their vast unexplored depths, are the ultimate mystery box. Recently, a video from Gold Coast Beach gives us a rare peek into the bizarre world beneath the waves. What you're seeing isn't a prop from a science fiction movie, but a real-life creature found washed up on Gold Coast Beach. The video, captured by a beachgoer, shows a bizarre tentacled being with a glossy blue body and otherworldly appendages sprouting from its arms and tail. Its back features a spine-like structure and an oddly shaped head we've never seen before. After a bit of research, I discovered this creature is known as a glaucus. These fascinating animals float on their backs, displaying a vividly patterned blue underbelly that blends with the sky to camouflage from predator seabirds. Meanwhile, their silvery gray underside merges with the bright surface of the sea, hiding them from hungry fish below. This creature's appearance is so unique, it makes me want to add one to my aquarium. Ever since we started capturing video evidence of strange phenomena in our atmosphere, it seems aliens have found new ways to keep us guessing. Check out this intriguing clip.
Moving weird. I've never seen no shit like that.
That's one bizarre cloud if I've ever seen one. This video was shot by an apartment owner who noticed an unusually odd cloud drifting across the sky. At first glance, it looked like any other cloud, but then it started morphing and moving at an unusually fast pace. Unlike the surrounding clouds, this one was constantly changing shape and seemed to have a lower density. The cloud's erratic movement and rapid changes have led some to speculate that it might be an unknown flying object disguising itself as a cloud. While that's certainly a possibility, I wouldn't rule out a natural phenomenon just yet. If you have any theories or know more about this kind of thing, drop your thoughts in the comments. Archaeology is all fun and games until you stumble upon something that feels like it should have stayed buried. Just like what these guys found in an ancient forgotten chamber. This clip showcases a slideshow of a fascinating find made by a team of archaeologists. The video starts showing a mysterious dust-covered artifact partially unearthed in what looks like a long-lost chamber. The object appears weathered, with a pyramid-like base adorned with faint, intricate designs that hint at ancient knowledge or possibly forbidden symbols. As the video progresses, we get a clear view of the artifact, a slab featuring the all-seeing eye, supported by a serpent-like base. There's an almost otherworldly aura surrounding it, as if this artifact was part of some ancient ritual or had a purpose long forgotten by history. Whatever secrets it holds, they might be better left undisturbed in the shadows. We've all had those dreams that don't make much sense, but feel eerily captivating. This video takes one of those bizarre dreams and brings it to life. Isn't that stunning? The video captures a cameraman walking through a surreal sea of blue flames engulfing the landscape. At first glance, the blue flames appear to be water, but a closer look reveals they're actually flames, moving along the ground like liquid. The entire scene looks otherworldly, as if we've stepped onto a different planet. It's both terrifying and captivating at the same time. So, what's really happening here? The video is shot near a volcano where the ground is intensely hot. A chemical, likely sulfur, with a low melting and burning point, melts and flows, creating these blue flames. The fumes are highly acidic, so while the cameraman isn't directly engulfed in flames, the fumes could still be quite harmful. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. A doorbell ringing during the day? No big deal. But at 4 in the morning? That's when your gut starts screaming that something is seriously off. Just like what this Ring camera captured. One morning, a homeowner woke up to a notification from his Ring camera, and what he saw was truly chilling. The video revealed a random woman, approaching his door at 4 in the morning, behaving in the strangest way. She was peering through the glass door with a bizarre, twitchy expression, her head swiveling unnervingly. Then, she locked eyes with the camera, as if she was staring right into the viewer's soul. It's like something straight out of a horror movie. Was this woman just incredibly drunk and disoriented, mistaking this house for her own? Or was she putting on a disturbing act for reasons we can only speculate about? Either way, this eerie encounter definitely leaves you with more questions than answers. For some, cemeteries are serene places where they can connect with their loved ones who have passed away. For others, they're shrouded in mystery and the unknown, as this eerie security camera footage demonstrates. Captured by a graveyard security camera, this video offers a chilling glimpse into the supernatural. The footage shows a quiet cemetery at night, but what's truly unsettling is the appearance of 3 white figures hovering above a grave. These spectral shapes move swiftly and eerily, resembling humanoid forms draped in white cloth. They hover above one specific grave and the surrounding area, intensifying the scene's creepiness. While there's a possibility this could be a camera malfunction or light reflections playing tricks on the lens, the cemetery setting adds a layer of spine-chilling fear to the footage, whether you see it as a ghostly apparition or just an optical illusion. It's enough to make anyone's skin crawl. I always say respecting Mother Nature's boundaries is crucial, not just from its creatures, but also from its raw power. What on earth are these people thinking? This video, captured by a tourist, shows an active volcano in full eruption. Lava flowing with a ferocity that's nothing short of mesmerizing. But here's what's truly bizarre. Look at how close the tourists are standing to the erupting volcano. The lava is shooting high into the air, and yet these folks are casually taking videos, completely unfazed. The lava's speed is astonishing, but these people seem to be treating it like a mild afternoon stroll. There are a couple of possible explanations for this. Maybe the tourists are actually standing farther away from the volcano, and the camera angle just makes them look dangerously close. Or perhaps the video was edited to exaggerate the lava's proximity. Either way, watching this makes me shudder and say a definitive nope to these kinds of tours. Some people fear clowns not just because of their eerie makeup or exaggerated features, but thanks to unsettling characters like Pennywise from movies like it. This video only reinforces that fear.
He's like freaking hunched over, dude. Do you not? What? Holy shit! Oh my god! What? Oh my god!
In this unsettling video, a couple is live streaming from their home when they encounter something truly eerie. The focus of their anxiety is a disturbingly lifelike Pennywise doll they recently bought from a store. To test if it moves on its own, the husband uses chalk to mark its position on the floor. After they step back, a loud noise suddenly erupts.
That was freaking loud.
And when they check the doll, it's now hunched over in a way that sends shivers down their spines. The horror escalates as the doll continues to hunch closer and closer to them, its upper half eventually breaking and collapsing.
Do you not? What? Holy shit! Oh my god!
The couple's screams and the doll's sinister movements make for a spine-tingling video that's sure to haunt your dreams. The video abruptly ends there, but it's more than enough to send shivers down your spine. Personally, I'm not going anywhere near a clown after seeing that. That's for sure. Before the era of artificial intelligence advancements, our imaginations were confined to what computer-generated imagery could conjure. But now, artificial intelligence is pushing the boundaries, creating nightmarish scenes that feel all too real, like in this chilling video. In this eerie footage, a night vision camera captures the unsettling denizens of a dark forest. As the video begins, you'll see bizarre bush-like creatures hopping through the underbrush, followed by massive alien worms descending from the trees. The scene then shifts to distant shots of mammoth-like creatures racing across the landscape, only to be followed by a haunting herd of ghostly white animals. But the real terror hits at the end when a long camera shot reveals a grotesque humanoid creature staring directly into the lens with the creepiest smile you can imagine. The entire sequence feels like a twisted nightmare come to life. However, before you panic, remember, it's all just computer-generated imagery. Still, it's pretty unsettling to think about the eerie creations our computers can come up with when given a dark enough prompt. They say ghosts come in all shapes and sizes. But have you ever seen one like this? Check out this chilling footage. In this video, a woman is simply sitting in her bedroom, engrossed in her phone, while a nanny cam captures something truly bizarre. As she's absorbed in her screen, a strange, smoke-like form begins to materialize behind her. The camera barely catches it, but if you look closely, you can make out what seems to be a ghostly apparition. It's hard to say definitively what it is. Perhaps just smoke, though it's odd for any smoke to appear in a room without a clear source. The eerie shape has many viewers convinced it's a ghostly presence. Whether or not you believe in spirits, there's no denying this video adds a creepy twist to the idea of unseen presences in our everyday lives. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Late at night, when the streets are quiet and shadows seem to stretch longer, be wary of who or what you encounter, because who knows, it could be a skinwalker in disguise, waiting for the right moment to strike. Stay alert.
Where did it go?
This wild video was posted on Instagram, showing a driver's unsettling encounter with what seemed like an ordinary dog. As the driver was cruising down a quiet street, a playful dog popped up out of nowhere. It stood on its hind legs, almost like it wanted a pat. Naturally, the driver reached out to pet it, recording the whole thing. But here's where things take a terrifying turn. The dog suddenly vanishes into thin air. Gone. Just like that. The driver, shocked, reviewed the footage and noticed something even stranger. The dog didn't have a reflection in the side mirror the entire time. Viewers of this clip are losing their minds, throwing around theories that it could have been a skinwalker, a creature known for preying on unsuspecting victims. Whatever it was, one thing's for sure. After watching this, I'm definitely steering clear of any stray dogs at night. No way am I risking that kind of encounter. Floods are devastating enough on their own, but the aftermath? Sometimes it's even more terrifying than you'd expect. But I bet you've never seen an after effect quite like this. This isn't a scene from some nightmare-inducing horror movie. It's a real-life video captured in Pakistan. What you're looking at are trees completely covered in thick layers of spider webs, stretching from the highest branches to the roots. Walking through this trail feels like you've stepped straight into a spider-infested nightmare. The trees look like mummified corpses, draped in ghostly webs, as if they've been trapped by some monstrous, otherworldly creature. But no, it's not the work of a giant spider. It's the result of thousands of real spiders forced to take refuge in these trees after a massive flood. With the ground submerged, these spiders had no choice but to move up and weave their webs all over the trees, transforming the entire landscape into something straight out of a horror story. Honestly, you could grab one of these trees and you'd be all set for Halloween without even needing to decorate. Locking your doors at night isn't just about keeping out burglars. It might also save you from a close encounter with something far wilder. If you don't believe me, just wait until you see this next video. This footage comes straight from China, where a security camera captured a massive bear casually walking into a shop late at night. The craziest part, the shop owner was peacefully sleeping just a few feet away. In the video, the bear effortlessly stands on its hind legs and swings the door open like it's just another customer looking for snacks. It then wanders inside, searching through the shelves for food, completely unaware that the shop's owner is snoozing nearby. It's only when the bear starts rustling around that the owner wakes up, still groggy and unaware of the danger lurking right next to him. You can almost feel the moment his sleepy eyes fully register the giant bear in his shop. Once the reality sinks in, the shopkeeper quietly grabs his phone and makes a break for it, running out the door while the bear remains distracted by its midnight snack hunt. Luckily, the bear doesn't chase after him, and the video ends with the owner safe outside. I can only imagine the heart-pounding fear that must have hit him once he realized he was inches away from one of nature's most powerful predators. Needless to say, the shop owner is probably installing triple locks on his doors from now on. Ever been alone in your house when suddenly a chilling feeling creeps up your spine? The unsettling sensation that you're not actually alone, that someone or something might be watching you? If you've felt that, it might not just be in your head. In this spine-chilling clip, a woman woke up one morning and noticed something incredibly strange about her window. Now, her window was covered in aluminum foil to block out the light, but there was a small hole in it. She zoomed in on the hole with her phone, and what she captured is enough to give anyone nightmares. A human eye staring directly back at her through the tiny opening. The eye looks disturbingly real and utterly terrifying. The woman who uploaded the video later explained that the person watching her was actually a criminal who was eventually caught by the police. But just imagine the chill that must run down her spine, knowing someone was there watching her, even after they realized they were being recorded. Talk about serious nightmare fuel. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. History has seen its share of natural disasters wreaking havoc on our environment. But nothing quite matches the scale of the dead fish flood that struck Greece's port city, Volos. This recent video that's making waves online captures the catastrophic aftermath of this bizarre event. The footage reveals a staggering number of dead fish, blanketing the port of Volos, so many that the water's surface is completely obscured. It's a grim and eerie sight, with fish stretching as far as the eye can see. But how did such a nightmarish scenario come to be? The fish you see in this video originally hailed from Lake Karla, a reservoir that was drained in the 1960s and restored in 2018. Last autumn, a deadly storm caused floodwaters to surge, and without any barriers to stop them, the fish were swept into the sea. Unfortunately, the salty seawater was fatal to them. What you're witnessing is the grim result of that disaster. Since then, the government has removed a staggering 57 tons of dead fish from the area. The scale of this event is truly shocking and serves as a sobering reminder of nature's power and unpredictability. Some people believe mirrors are more than just reflective surfaces. They think they might be portals to other dimensions. While I've always seen mine as just a tool for grooming, this next video might make even the most skeptical among us reconsider. Did you see that? This chilling footage comes from a nanny cam in a bedroom where a husband and wife were peacefully asleep. Everything seems calm and ordinary until, just moments into the video, something unsettling starts to happen. Out of nowhere, a shadowy figure appears in the dressing mirror, gazing into the room. What's truly horrifying is that there's no one physically in front of the mirror. It's just the eerie reflection of this unknown presence. The figure's unnerving gaze, as it watches the couple sleep, is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. I can't even begin to imagine how the homeowners must have felt upon discovering this eerie intrusion into their personal space. It's enough to make you question everything you thought you knew about mirrors and the unknown. I've always found nightmares to be unsettling, but they're nothing compared to the sheer terror captured in this real-life video from an Oklahoma homeowner.
Oh my God! What is that?
This chilling footage was recorded by an Oklahoma homeowner during a stormy night. She was initially just documenting the fierce winds battering her basketball hoop, but as she panned her camera view, an unexpected flash of lightning revealed a monstrous tornado swirling ominously in the background. The sheer ferocity and size of the tornado are astonishing, and you can hear the homeowner's shock and fear as she realizes the scale of the danger. The tornado seemed almost apocalyptic, as if the entire sky was collapsing in on itself. I sincerely hope she stayed safe, and that the tornado remained far enough away to avoid causing any harm. When the alarm at a cafe goes off in the middle of the night, you might expect a break-in or some other disturbance. But for this cafe owner, the true shock came from what the security camera footage revealed. At first glance, the security footage from the cafe looks like any ordinary night. Just empty chairs, tables, and the usual closed cafe ambiance. But then, something startling zips past the chairs in a flash. Slowing down the video reveals what appears to be a black shadow or smoky figure darting at incredible speed. According to the owner, this eerie appearance coincided with the alarm going off, making it the prime suspect for the disturbance. But here's the big question. What on earth was that? The shadowy form has no distinct shape or appearance, just a smoky, formless entity. If you ask me, this smoky form might just be a restless spirit seeking a midnight brew, only to find the cafe was closed. Every now and then, reality throws us a curveball, and we might spot something that makes us question everything we thought we knew. like ships floating above the horizon. Check this out. This video, recorded by a curious tourist, shows what appears to be ghostly ships floating mysteriously above the ocean's horizon. As the camera zooms in, the ships seem to be suspended in mid-air, creating an eerie and puzzling sight. It almost looks like something out of a science fiction movie. Before you jump to conclusions about aliens or supernatural occurrences, let me explain. This is actually a fascinating optical illusion, known as a false horizon. What you're seeing isn't a ship defying gravity, but rather a result of light bending over the surface of the water. The ships are floating on the sea, which happens to blend seamlessly with the sky at the horizon. A patch of darker water, possibly cast by a shadowy cloud, tricks the eye into thinking these vessels are flying. It's a natural phenomenon that's as captivating as it is mind-bending. It seems ghosts have hobbies, just like the rest of us. Some apparently take up midnight culinary classes and practice their skills as ghostly master chefs. This spine-chilling video comes from a security guard working the night shift at a Thai restaurant. After hearing strange metal clanging sounds from the kitchen, he decided to investigate. What he found was straight out of a horror flick. A spatula and pan were moving on their own, seemingly in the midst of a ghostly cooking session. The pan was floating in midair, and the spatula was stirring as if guided by an invisible hand. It was as if the ghostly presence was hard at work preparing a meal. Despite his fear, the guard stood his ground and recorded the eerie scene until it ended. It's a scene that's both unsettling and oddly intriguing. What could a ghost possibly be cooking? Perhaps even in the afterlife, some spirits enjoy whipping up a little culinary magic. Have you ever heard the theory that we all live in a simulation like the Matrix, and that sometimes glitches in the system give us a peek behind the curtain? Well, this next clip might just make you wonder if there's some truth to that. How is this even possible? In this bizarre footage, a driver was parking his car when he noticed something truly mind-bending, a bird seemingly stuck in mid-air. You can clearly see the bird flapping its wings, but it's not going anywhere. It's as if the bird is frozen or caught in some kind of glitch, suspended in time and space. After a few seconds of hovering in place, the bird finally breaks free and flies off, leaving us all wondering, was that a glitch in the Matrix? As cool as that theory is, the real explanation is more down to earth. It turns out that the bird was fighting against strong winds that were perfectly canceling out its wing movements. The result was a surreal sight that makes it look like the bird was caught in a real-life pause button moment. Glitch or not, it definitely gave us Matrix vibes. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. There are countless beings that share this world with us, but they often exist beyond a veil. However, sometimes, due to unforeseen circumstances, this veil is pierced, revealing glimpses of the unseen. A young man from Vietnam was visiting his late grandfather's home and decided to record a video, capturing what the house looked like inside. The video starts off innocently enough, showing his grandfather's shrine. But as he walks into the kitchen, something unsettling happens. His grandfather's hammock, the very one he used to rest in, is gently swaying back and forth on its own. There's no one in sight, and yet it moves as if someone or something is still lying there. It feels as if his grandfather's spirit is lingering in the house, continuing his peaceful naps even in the afterlife. This chilling clip reminds us that spirits sometimes break through the veil, interacting with the physical world in ways that leave us genuinely unsettled. It's an eerie, yet strangely comforting reminder that maybe our loved ones are still watching over us, even from beyond. If you're an alien believer, you've probably heard of the mysterious Malarians. But if not, this video is your perfect introduction to the phenomenon.
There's nobody in here. It's just a big field. What is that?
This video was uploaded on Reddit by a user claiming to have captured a potential unknown flying object while out walking their dog. In the footage, you can see a strange, round object hovering in the sky. At first glance, it looks like a simple balloon, until you zoom in. That's when things get weird. The object appears solid, not the flimsy, lightweight material you'd expect from a balloon. It just hovers there, motionless, defying the typical behavior of anything carried by the wind. Eventually, the cameraman loses sight of the object, and the video ends. But not before leaving everyone with questions. Reddit commenters, of course, went wild with theories, but the most popular one: this is the latest peaceful visit by the Malarians, extraterrestrial beings often mistaken for UFOs because they resemble mylar balloons. Known for their soft and passive nature, it's said they come to study humans. Honestly, if they're that chill, I don't mind if they're just floating around, observing us. Caring for the elderly often involves a comforting routine of quiet nights and familiar rhythms. But for one caregiver, what should have been another peaceful night took a chilling turn that could have come straight out of a horror movie. This eerie video, uploaded on TikTok, comes from a user who claims to be the caregiver for an elderly woman who had been unable to walk for 2 years. One night, as the caregiver drifted off to sleep, she left her phone recording by accident. What it captured is the stuff of nightmares. The room is dimly lit, with the TV casting shadows, and the caregiver is fast asleep. At some point, she turns over in her sleep, causing the phone to fall, its camera view now eerily focused on the doorway. As the phone shifted, it captured a horrifying scene of the elderly woman who was believed to be unable to walk, standing at the doorway. She just stands there, watching, as if silently stalking the sleeping caregiver. The tension builds as the old woman remains motionless, her presence casting a heavy, sinister vibe over the scene. Then, without warning, she bolts towards the camera, and the video cuts off, leaving us with more questions than answers. How is this possible? Was she faking her condition all this time? Or are we dealing with something far more disturbing? Is she even human? It's hard not to shudder at the thought of what might have happened next. The duties of night shift nurses often differ drastically from those of their daytime counterparts. The daytime shifts are bustling with activity, but at night it's just a handful of us, the darkness, and, well, sometimes things that shouldn't be there.
Váyanse de aquí, ahorita voy a prender un incienso. Se les acabó el chistecito.
Did you catch that? This video was uploaded by a couple of night shift nurses who accidentally recorded something, or someone that wasn't supposed to be there. In the clip, they're casually recording the hospital's waiting hall. Everything seems normal at first, but then the nurse pans the camera to a shadowy corner, and that's when it gets unsettling. There, standing in the dark, is a figure. It has a humanoid appearance, like an old man hunched over as if time itself has weighed down on him. But here's the creepy part. The nurses, including the one holding the camera, swear they didn't notice anyone standing there at the time. It's only when they reviewed the footage that they saw this mysterious figure. So, who or what is this? Maybe it's just a patient waiting for assistance. But then again, why would they be lurking in that dark corner, unnoticed by everyone? The whole thing is pretty strange, don't you think? It's enough to make you wonder what really happens during those quiet, shadowy hours of the night shift. We've all heard tales of Bigfoot and Yowies, but this video from a native burial ground might introduce us to a new beast that could give all of them a run for their money. The video you just watched was captured by a trail camera set up in a burial ground forest in April 2024. At first glance, it seems like just another recording of snow-covered woods. But hold on. Things take a wild turn. After a few seconds, something massive and black suddenly materializes in the distance on the trail. This creature looks like it's covered in thick black fur, and the way it towers over the nearby trees is nothing short of astonishing. Now, some might say it could be a gorilla or some other large ape, but here's the catch. There are no gorillas or apes in this region, not even close. And the sheer size and shape of this thing blow that theory out of the water. According to the uploader, this creature is known as Kiwakatan Wapiawe, or the Dark Forest Beast, to a local native band. It's said to haunt the sacred burial grounds, emerging from time to time to remind everyone of its presence. The video's existence raises questions about the nature of this mysterious creature and the possibility of other, unknown beings inhabiting our forests. Whatever it is, the Kiwakatan Wapaya Way is a terrifying reminder of the mysteries that still surround our natural world. As technology advances, features once considered fictional, such as self-driving cars, become a reality. While these advancements are impressive, they can also lead to unexpected and potentially eerie encounters. This video from a Tesla owner showcases a peculiar incident involving the car's sensors. The Tesla detected a group of people and a motorcycle on the roadside, but when the owner exited the vehicle, there was no one in sight. Instead, the owner found only a gravestone and a few bouquets. The owner initially believed the Tesla might have detected a ghostly presence. However, upon closer inspection, they discovered a small toy motorcycle on the gravestone, likely the source of the motorcycle detection. As for the A group of people, it appears the car might have mistaken the bouquets for individuals. So, Tesla, while it's impressive that your sensors are so sensitive, it looks like there's still some work to be done. Or maybe you're just ahead of the curve, preparing us for a future where spirits might be considered part of the traffic system too. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Ever seen something so strange it nearly gave you a heart attack? Well, this guy walking out of a restaurant had one of those moments, but on a whole new level. So, what just happened here? This video was recorded by a TikTok user. As they filmed through the restaurant's glass window, you can see a family getting ready to hop into their car. But here's where it gets eerie. Just as the cameraman was about to walk out the main door, he was shocked to see that when he panned the camera back to where the family was standing a second ago, they were gone. The car was still there, but the family had vanished. And then, as he stepped outside, the family suddenly reappeared out of thin air. What in the world just happened? Was that a ghost family? Nope, nothing supernatural here. Just a clever trick of the eye thanks to the type of glass used in the restaurant. The first glass wall was transparent, so it showed the family outside with their car. But the glass on the main door, it was a mirror. That second glass created a reflection of the opposite side of the parking lot, which made it look like the family had disappeared. You can even see the car's color change to blue in the door glass. A clear sign it's not the same car. It's all just a simple mirror trick, but the video is definitely intriguing. If I were there, I'd probably have a near-miss heart attack too. Spotting something unusual on the ground? Sure, you can walk right up to it and see what's going on. But when something bizarre happens in the sky, that's a whole different story. Confusing, shocking, and downright mysterious, like this video managed to capture.
Yo, what the f?
This clip went viral online, with many claiming it captured an unknown flying object sighting in broad daylight. The video shows the camera panning toward the sky, focusing on the clouds, when suddenly a black, bullet-like shadow zips between the clouds in a flash. This mysterious object seemed like the shadow of something massive flying above the clouds, and it was incredibly fast. You can even hear the onlookers reacting in shock, which adds authenticity and makes it hard to believe this was just computer-generated imagery. There could be many speculations about what this video captured. Some say it could be an unknown flying object, while others think there might be a more logical explanation. Perhaps a plane casting a shadow. But if it was a plane, why did it just vanish into the clouds and never reappear? This is a strange and intriguing capture, and I hope we get some answers soon. Nature is full of surprises. Just when you think you've seen it all, it throws something at you that completely blows your mind. Like this bizarre creature a fisherman recently captured on camera.
Ale super, on mi uderza w tego spinada chyba z 30 razy.
Believe me, this isn't some cartoon creation. It's a real living creature caught by a fisherman. In the video, we see the fisherman holding this strange fish. It's long with a seahorse-like head, a fish-like tail, but the middle part is what really grabs your attention. The fish has an eel-like body running through the middle, making it look like a mix between a fish, an eel, and a seahorse all rolled into one. I've never seen anything like it, not even in the most exotic aquariums. It almost looks like an animated cartoon character comes to life. But the video quality makes it clear this thing is 100% real. Although it's real, I have no idea what this creature is. So if you've got any insights, please let me know in the comments, because this is seriously blowing my mind. While the conflict between Russia and Ukraine continues to dominate headlines, a recent video from a Ukrainian soldier hints at an even more extraordinary twist, otherworldly interest in the scene.
На месте стоит, ты ж бачишь. А на месте, блядь, ну. А в теплак ничего не светит?
Captured by a Ukrainian soldier from an aircraft, this footage shows something unusual hovering in the sky. As the camera zooms in, we see a disc-shaped object floating calmly in the open sky. The object doesn't move or fire any weapons, which left the soldier visibly puzzled. After initially observing the anomaly, the soldier decided to leave the area, only to find that the object had vanished upon their return. In a subsequent debrief with his battalion, The soldier described the unidentified object as massive, about the size of a 100-story building, roughly 400 meters in width and 100 meters in height. Despite struggling with strong winds in their aircraft, the object remained eerily stationary, seemingly unaffected by the harsh weather conditions. Thermal imaging revealed that the object was 20 to 30 degrees hotter than its surroundings. While the unknown flying object theory might seem plausible, it's worth considering a more grounded explanation, like a sophisticated Russian spy drone. Either way, this footage adds a chilling layer of mystery to an already intense situation. In the dead of night, when the world is fast asleep, something awakens in the forest. This chilling footage, captured deep within an Indian forest, reveals one such enigmatic entity. Is it a local legend come to life, or something far more sinister? Watch for yourself. This video was recorded by a local villager conducting a routine night check in the nearby woods. As the camera pans through the darkness, it captures a solitary figure standing eerily still among the trees. The creature's eyes, reflecting the camera's flash, lock onto the lens with a gaze that is both haunting and lifeless. After a few seconds, the figure extends its hands, beckoning the cameraman to come closer. The video abruptly ends, leaving a chilling sense of dread. The creature's outline vaguely resembles a human, but everything else about it is deeply unsettling. The way it stares directly into the camera is nothing short of nightmarish. According to the video's uploader, this entity is referred to as a Adamkhor, which translates to cannibal in English. The thought of encountering something so sinister adds an even darker layer to this already terrifying footage. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Are you an aquatic enthusiast looking for a unique decoration for your mirror or fridge door? This video might just give you a live one.
Space. That's actually his dorsal fin. He uses it to suck on fish. My buddy Austin here. Ready, Austin?
Right
side. No, this side. This side.
Look at that, chat.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. He's just...
I've never seen a fish quite like this before. Recorded by two divers, the video showcases a truly peculiar fish they encountered underwater. At first glance, the fish almost looks like a plastic toy, with a grippy pattern on its surface. According to the cameraman, this fish uses its unique grip to stick to any surface it chooses. To demonstrate, he places the fish on his friend's face, and to everyone's surprise, it clings on like a magnet. While the fish itself looks like a typical ocean dweller, its sticking ability is both strange and amazing. So, is this a real fish? Absolutely. It's called a remora. These small fish, measuring between 1 to 3 feet long, have a front dorsal fin that functions like a suction cup, allowing them to attach to larger animals like sharks. They typically attach to the shark's underbelly, feeding on scraps of prey dropped by their host. So, while they're essentially the ocean's cleanup crew, their unique ability to stick and the way they live make them pretty fascinating creatures. Have you ever felt like you weren't alone while camping? Maybe you've seen or heard something you can't explain. Share your story in the comments. We'd love to know what happened. And don't forget to follow along for more chilling tales and mysteries. Until next time, stay safe.